All right, so I got a question for you here, and we're going to get into what you do on stage. So, I guess when you're on stage, do you particularly pick out, you see how your audience is and see what jokes you want to tell, or are they like you just kind of go off the top and just kind of get a feeling? So, I want to know about that.
Yeah, I like to always get a good look at the crowd, and then I can I can look at the crowd for maybe about 2 minutes, and then I can kind of go through my whole set and figure out, okay, I think I know what they want, and then say, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this joke, I'm gonna do this joke different, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna do that, and then
Okay.
yeah, and then go out there and do it. Um, I like to go out there and just check out the crowd and see what I got, and that's
Okay.
usually how I do it.
Well, so
Yeah.
what about you got somebody, some inspiring, want to make, get their 15 minutes of fame type of comedian that's sitting in the aisle and is trying to go at you. So what do you do about
Uh-huh.
somebody like that?
Like a heckler, or
Yeah,
you
just
talking
like a
about?
heckler. Like a heckler.
Oh,
Like he's a
I
heckler,
mean,
but he wants to be a comedian. He's an amateur. So
oh, yeah. I mean, well, that's the first step. Never heckle other comics when you trying to be a comedian. That's
yep.
that's the best way not to make friends. But
Okay.
yeah, you mess around, find yourself ostracized out here. uh, but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I've never had that happen. Like with a comedian trying to come up and trying to make a name off me or nothing like that. But at least not I thought I did. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, yeah, of course you could, you say something back. It's like it's a live show, so I'm the one with the microphone, so I'm gonna be way louder than you are anyway. So
Okay.
so yes, I use that to my advantage, and then I'll like I don't do I don't do like a whole lot of crowd work in my show really.
Okay.
I'm a writer, I'm a writer and a performer, so I'm like I prepared these jokes for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let me get these all,
Okay.
but yeah, but there are little tricks and stuff that you can use, dealing with people talking or talking too loud, or a lot of time, man, I make make eye contact with the people in the crowd. A lot of times you make eye contact with them, they're like, oh, wait a minute, he might be talking about me, or he might be talking to me,
Yeah.
so yeah, so there's different little stuff you can do, to use with it. But yeah, I've been fortunate. I really had. I mean, of course, every comedian gonna have some hecklers, but
Mhm.
drunk hecklers are always the worst, because drunk hecklers you can't embarrass them because they just drunk, so and they don't know
Yeah.
no better. So they a lot of times they end up getting kicked out. If you're in a comedy club, if you're a bar or something, they'll let them run around and ruin the whole show.
Okay.
But yeah, it just depends.
All right. So have you ever heard your material, like maybe one of your jokes told by another comedian?
Mm. Not in a real comedy setting.
Okay.
I've had some of my good comedy buddies. They might be backstage and start doing one of my bits or something. And
Yeah.
actually, I know they've done it a couple times here in Nashville, where I think it was like they call it a set swap. Because like most
Yep.
comics, we for the most part, a lot of us do a lot of the same jokes. So it's like if there are comics that you work with a lot, there's some of their signature jokes you kind of get memorized in your head. So they had a set swap, and they would have two comedians go up, and then they would do each other's jokes.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
That's
but now
interesting.
I haven't had any. I've had some stuff I've done that was real close to my stuff that came up. Uh, uh. In a TV show one time, I remember I had a joke about about Chris Hansen
Hmm.
and the Dateline Predators. And then my friend, he sent me the Boondocks did a skit on it, and it was really close to mine. He was like, "Man, did you write this skit?" I was like, "No, man." I was like, "I didn't." I was like, "I don't know if somebody saw me do the joke or what,"
Yeah.
there's also selective consciousness too. So a lot of time, we all live in the same life. So
Okay.
there's sometimes we all have creative comedic minds. So just how like I come up with this joke in Tennessee, there's a likelihood we watch the same news stories. that there's a comic in LA come up with the exact same joke, or a comic in New Jersey, or a comic in Miami. So
Okay.
so sometimes you just come up with really similar jokes, just because you working with the same topic.
Okay. Interesting. So I'm going to do something I normally do. I do a little round robin thing. So I want you to
Mhm.
pick one or the other. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with the first thing here. Comedy movie or comedy show?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say comedy. I'm gonna say comedy show. I think real funny comedy movies are very rare.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably the last one that I actually laughed out loud in probably was Friday, the first one.
That's one of my favorites right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to name a movie. No, actually, I want you to name an actor that's not a comedian that would make a good comedian.
I'll say it again. You said an actor what?
An actor that is not a comedian that would make a good comedian.
Oh, okay. Oh, an actor. A good comedian. I think a good actor. Maybe what? Maybe Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if he ever did stand up or not, but I
Oh,
think he's a
not
funny
bad.
actor. I think maybe if he put some time into it, he probably could be a funny stand up.
I can feel that. I can feel that. All right. Would you like to perform your comedy bits inside arena or outside?
Um, let's see. Both. Let's see. I guess in an arena. Yeah. Outside is like you. At least in an arena, I think you can still feel the laugh. Sometimes when you're outside, they just dissipate into the sky. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Well,
I'll go with arena.
I always think about outside. I wouldn't want to do it outside because in the summertime when the sun goes
Oh
down, and then the mosquitoes coming out and they hitting at your neck
yeah,
and all that stuff. I feel
yeah,
like that would be
yeah.
distracting.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
I've done
you
some
know what
shows
I'm saying?
outside, and they can. Yeah, I mean, like, you dealing with the elements. So like if it's a police chase and a helicopter come through there, the helicopter gonna come through in the middle of your set, and then shut it down for a few seconds. So
That's some
yeah,
good
if the police
content
come
right
through
there.
there with their sirens or ambulance come through, all this, you got to deal with all that on stage.
All right,
Yeah, at least in the arena, you won't have that.
all right. So I'm gonna ask you this here. I want you to pick. I'm gonna ask you a comedian thing. I want you to pick one of the other comedians. Okay.
Okay,
So I
okay,
want you to choose. We're gonna start with some classic ones here. Richard
okay.
Pryor or Red Fox?
I'm gonna go Richard.
Go Richard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah, right.
Let's go. Chris Rock or Martin Lawrence?
Doing what? As
Comedy. If you got to pick a comedian, one or the other.
yeah. For the stage, I will pick Chris Rock. For sitcom, I would say Martin.
Okay. All right. All right. Bernie Mac or Eddie Murphy?
Um. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go Eddie.
Go Eddie.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eddie.
Woo.
Yeah, I think Eddie. Yeah, Eddie. I mean, Eddie do it all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Bernie did a lot too. I know Bernie, but yeah, like hey, Eddie put out an album. Eddie done drama. He done uh comedy. Iconic comedy. And also, I mean, he's a one of the trailblazers of the comedy game. Also, so
Okay.
I had to give it to Eddie on that one. I mean, Nutty Professor, all those characters. I like that's something different that we had seen. I mean, well, we saw Richard do it, but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go with the ladies here. Let's go Monique or Simone.
uh, Simone. What Simone is this? Simone.
Simone, the comedian
Simone
that
B.
won the. I can't think of the movie. She's been in some few movies. I feel like she was in.
Okay.
Was she in Hobby a Player? I don't. Uh,
Oh, what's
can't
okay?
remember.
I had to see her. If it's I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about familiar with Simone's work. I don't know who. If I had to know who that is, I don't know.
Okay. Tiffany Haddish, is she overrated or underrated?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say overrated. I
All right. I feel you. I feel
mean,
you.
I like Tiffany, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, of course, I want to see Tiffany succeed, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm not sure.
What is the best Friday movie? The first one, the second one, or the second one? Let's go
First one.
first two.
Yeah, first one. Yeah, first
First
one.
one.
Yeah, first one. That's like the only movie I ever had to go back to the movie theater to see it twice because the crowd was laughing so hard that I missed half the jokes. I was like, I got to go back and see this again just so I can hear what I missed on the first show.
Okay. Should they remake Harlem Nights?
Yes. I would love to see a remake of Harlem Nights with all the top comics in the game.
What character would you play?
Yeah, I would love. Uh, who would I play? I'll probably play. I would love to play Arsenio Hall's character. Yeah,
I
I
can
think
see
I might
that.
play Arsenio.
All right. Well, my next question is going to be an interesting one here. If you had to be on stage with another comedian to do a bit, what comedian would that be?
Oh,
Dead
to
or
do a
alive?
bit, man. You know what? I won't lie. I would say probably the two comedians that maybe I click the best with. It probably be to do a bit. Probably, I hmm, maybe Griff
Hmm.
from Atlanta, Pierre from DC, and maybe Jay Farrell from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, oh, that's a good
I
one.
think I yeah, they're
All right.
some of the three guys that I think our comedies kind of mesh and kind of click and work well together.
Should there be a remake for Bay's Kids?
Um, hmm, remake that. No, not I. No, I mean, I would see it if they put it out, but without Robin Harris's voice and his influence, I don't know. I don't know who. Yeah,
Okay.
it depends. Yeah, you got. Yeah, I had to know who's putting that together.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
I would say no as of right now.
okay, if you had a chance to do an interview with any comedian, dead or alive, which comedian would that be?
Mm, hmm. Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd have to say Richard.
Richard.
I think
Okay.
Richard is yeah. I mean, his whole his story is so it's so many layers to his story that he'd be somebody that I want to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Eddie Murphy Raw or Delirious?
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna have to go Delirious.
Okay. I got another one. I don't know if we're gonna go underground a little bit here. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to HBO
Mhm.
and we're gonna go to Martin Lawrence. You know when he came out
Okay.
with they came out with the stand up there. if they had to bring that back, that actual thing back on HBO or whatever station, who you think
Def
right now
Comedy
would
Jam.
be the if they had to bring Def Comedy Jam back? Yeah, I was trying to think of it, but who would
Uh,
be the host if they had to do it today? With, but not Martin Lawrence. It has to be somebody else.
mhm. I could see. I could see Carlos Miller. Um,
Mm,
I could see D. Ray Davis.
mm,
Um, yeah, that'd probably be. I think they'd be good matches for it.
okay. All right.
Mhm.
And my last question for you: if you had to rewrite one movie, comedy movie, what would that be?
If I could rewrite it the way I wanted it,
Hmm.
hmm, I don't know. Maybe. Hmm, maybe I don't know. Maybe Half Baked.
Oh,
Uh,
Half
yeah, the one
Baked.
Chappelle them did. Yeah, I
What?
think
What? Why do you think
that'd
that?
be a fun one to do.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's I don't know. It seemed like it'd be fun to make. It was like yeah, they you know yeah, cause I actually laughed a lot in that movie. You
Hmm.
know, Chappelle, his characters were funny. Even the other guys around him, Jim Brewer, and you know, just you know, them yeah, going around all the stuff they get into. I thought it was and I thought it was a good story too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do have another question. So, if
All right.
when the audience sees this and they want to follow you and what you got going on, let's say on social media, what are they going to find about you when they come to your social media page?
Yeah, when they come to my page, they gonna see you know pictures of all the people I work with, pictures of yeah, of course there'll be flyers on there, all the posters from the different movies and TV shows that I worked on, different radio shows, and yeah, of course there'll be clips there. I got clips from my special and some of the other stuff I've done. um, yeah, so that's basically, yeah, you just get to kind of see, yeah, my bio's there, so you know, you just get a glimpse into kind of my career. It's kind of like a yeah, like a little trophy case.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I do have one other question. This is something I usually do. So, if there was a young kid that came up to you and says, "Hey, I actually want to be a comedian," what is the
Mhm.
first thing that you would tell that young man or that young lady?
I would say, yeah, definitely. I guess I would say right. Um, think yeah, yeah, I could definitely watch. You definitely need to be a student of the game. You need to do check your history out. Read some books on you know, the history of comedy, so you don't, you know, make some of the mistakes some of the other greats have in the past. Um, Definitely go to a show. You know, go just see what it's like. Go feel it. You know, feel it live. You know what I'm saying? Like that was first thing I did. You know, I went to go. Well, I went to go watch an open mic just to see what it was. You know, and then the next week I came back and tried it. You know, so definitely that. Definitely want to get on stage as much as possible. Definitely want to network as much as possible. Meet, you know, anybody who's on that track, anybody in entertainment. You definitely want to talk to them and see what whatever knowledge they have about it. And yeah, like do I think keep an open mind. You know, like tried lots of different forms of entertainment. You know, like take a dance class, take a improv class, take a theater class. Like all that stuff will help. You know, you at some point you'll have that in your bag. So if you need to pull that out for a joke or whatever, you'll have it and then you can use it. So that would be my advice.
Okay. All right. All good. All good. So
Yeah, yeah, and
this is your
spread that
opportunity.
positive energy.
You got to, man, because
Yeah,
we got a lot of negative things going on, and I appreciate what you
yeah,
do because you give me laughs, and I'm
mhm,
sure that
yeah,
you can definitely teach someone else to do the same thing so they keep people laughing. So Laughter is good in
Yeah.
life. That's what I heard.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, and yeah, hey, we never, you might, I might be teaching the class soon. You never know.
Uh-huh. All right. Last question is for me. What question you want to ask
Mm,
me?
mm. Oh, how did you get into the podcast game?
Okay. Two things. One, I think it's mentally healthy to be able to
Mm,
talk to other people and just find out about their
mm,
world, what they have going on, their interests, the things they don't like. They actually give you advice without even giving
mm,
you advice. So I learn a lot from people just by listening. Because I'm a person that goes
mm,
online and listen to interviews, and I sit there and this
mm,
piece like intrigued. I said, what if I actually get behind and start asking questions to people? How would that make me
yeah,
feel? It actually makes me feel good. And the
yeah,
second
okay.
thing is the second thing is I got football podcasters too. And I told my
Mm,
dad before he passed away that I would get back into football in some shape or fashion.
mm,
And that's what I do.
okay,
I do a football
okay,
podcast, and it actually helps me again with football. So I sit there and I talk about
okay.
football. I interview different football players or personalities or whatever.
Mm,
And again, that's something
mm.
else that helps me. So I have kind of a two thing it does. So
Okay,
that's me.
okay, all right. Yeah, okay,
All right.
okay. That's what's up.
Okay. Well, I want you to shout out
Yeah.
your Instagram and tell people where they can follow you and tell the audience where they can see your next show.
Okay. Yeah. So you definitely check my website out www.renardcomedy.com. Instagram is Renard Comedy. X is Renard Comedy. Renard Hirsch on Facebook. But yeah, if you Google Renard Comedy, it'll pull all my stuff up.
Okay.
And the next show, I know I will be at the. I think I got the. I think I got the Yazoo Brewery, and then I got
Hmm.
the Stardome in Birmingham, and then we just started up a tour called the Funny Lane Tour with me, Mike James, and B Cub, two other comics out of Nashville, and we'll be in at the Jersey Hustle Comedy Club in Gatlinburg, and then we'll
Oh,
be at the Nut House in Little Rock.
all right. Fire. Well, again, this is another great episode. You learned a lot. I'm sure you did from the comedian here. And Renard, we both share the same name, so you got to follow us.
Yeah.
You don't get this very often at all.
Yeah. You
So
don't meet too
again,
many Renards.
nah,
It was one
I
other
knew it.
guy. Yeah, it was one guy. It was the one comedian. Ivory. He lives in Atlanta. His middle name is Renard, and it was another comic. He was somewhere in, I want to say somewhere in the Panhandle in Florida, and his name was Renard. So I don't know. Shout
Okay.
out to him. I don't know if he's still doing comedy or not, but yeah. So it's only been two I met in the industry so far. So
Dang.
so now
Well,
three.
again, there we go.
Yeah.
Again, man, I appreciate you so much spending a little time with me, telling the audience about you and your comedy, what they can do, what they can learn from, and then where they can follow you to get some good laughs. You need laughs, you need to follow this man right here because he's going to sure bring it. Again, I appreciate it so much. And as I tell my audience, be safe, be careful, keep the laughter going, and live a righteous life. Thank you, Renard, for doing this, man. And I
All right.
want to say peace.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
All right.